ripped me off like false lessons, threw me away. And all the headshots on the walls of the dance hall of the bitches who'd wish I'd hurry.
What is going on with the posture? It's giving no girl, not showgirl.
I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. I'm expensive sushi. I'm a cute yacht. I'm a little bit single, even when I'm not.
Taylor Swift has addressed criticism of her new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
Time for the life of a showgirl.
The life of a showgirl is
a showgirl.
The life of a showgirl.
The life of a showgirl.
Off the bat, we gave it a 5 out of 5 star rating, a 5-star rating, a 5-star rating.
Rule of show business is if it's the first week of my album release and you are saying either my name or my album title, you're helping.
So, Taylor released another album titled The Life of a Showgirl. Before anyone comes for me in the comments like usual, I have been a long-time Swiftie and am basically half her streams. I was there for the gay scare, curly hair, and iconic affairs. So this me being skeptical or just weirded out at the first listen of this album. Because when Midnights happened, I was like, maybe it's a loose era. And then The Tortured Poets was good, but it felt like something was missing. To be precise, her songwriting. It peaked during the Folklore and Evermore and slowly bouldered to this. 'Cause I'm not a bad bitch and this isn't savage. And I'm never gonna let you down, I'm never gonna leave you out. So many traitors, smooth operators. As a Taylor defender, the songs are really starting to sound like what the people think she sounds like. Let's dissect this. Now, by no means, she's not the best in terms of album performance. People are changing their album dates because of her. But since her competition is her, she is losing. The problem is, with her few latest albums, she's got vibe right. The concept and curation, even the song production is mostly so cohesive. But that isn't her brand. She's the storyteller. She's known for her lyricism, and for that to be the weak point is not okay. I think Taylor had been able to empathize with experiences and make them into songs. That's what connected with such a big group of people. Despite the internet discourse of her being a boyfriend singer, Taylor has a song for everyone, from childhood memories to being lost in life. This has changed in the past few years. Whether she's starting to take the endless support for granted or just relaxed into her space as a songwriter, we don't know. But the lyricism now is just vague. Not in all the songs. She does make gems here and there, but overall, we have to really search for meaning that maybe only she could decipher. I completely get wanting to make pop fun, not too deep album. But this is not exactly fun and not exactly pop. It's very hard to top 1989. Still, there's different ways to achieve pop. People saying she's allowed to give us a less poetic album are not wrong, but less poetic does not mean we get Redwood Tree. The online discourse goes something like this. I've really struggled with the last 2 TS albums. I was a big fan of some of her earlier stuff and even found a lot to love about Midnights, but these are just bad, right? TTPD had maybe like 2 songs with a good hook out of 31 and stank of Nobody Has Told Me No. This one isn't quite as bad as It's Not As Bloated, but I listened through it today and there was literally one song, Elizabeth Taylor, that I think I'll revisit. I love Taylor Swift, but very disappointed in this album. It was amped up to be more poppy and energetic than her previous albums, and it didn't live up to that at all. All the songs sound the same, no variation. I'm shocked Rolling Stone gave it a 100 out of 100. This user explained it seems to me that she's someone who primarily measures success in terms of album sales, streams, and cultural saturation. She's naturally competitive, and she's also been trained since she was a teen to see these as the ultimate benchmarks. If she's as creative as she is successful, it must feel like a stultifying box she's put herself into. Playing the wounded, precocious girl well into your 30s can't be that artistically satisfying. But if her shrewd business sense is the dominant motivator, and I suspect it is, I don't think she particularly cares if she's making the best music, as long as she makes the most successful music. Coincidentally, to me, the cringiest lyrics from album are Did You Girl Boss Too Close to Sun from Cancelled, and It's Kind of Making Me What Tea from Actually Romantic. When I heard them, I could not believe and had to double check. Sadly, it's the same artist who created lyrical masterpieces like Champagne Problems. Also, why does every song sound like some other song we have heard before? I love some of Taylor's stuff. Red, 1989, Folklore, but history shows that superstar celebrities stop maturing at a certain point. They have so little lived experience and friction in their lives. Such is the cost of great popularity and wealth. Some users did have a neutral stance. I have no idea why she's so polarizing. I liked the album personally, thought it was fun pop and pretty simple. But it's like either you have to idolize her and adore everything she does, or you have to loathe her and see her as a villain to rival Sauron. Like, she's just a pop star, damn. But that's not it. People now starting to wonder if the quantity of music is coming at a price. That pace is starting to come at the cost of quality. Lately, the music comes across almost like ads or mass-produced content. It is polished, yes, but not always profound or made with the same care. At what point does being too prolific start to undercut the art itself? Call me a hater, but I don't think it's possible to become a billionaire off of music without severely compromising on the art. I think the art has to be compromised well before you are near a billion. Now, the life of a showgirl. Let me start with what I expected of this album. A return to polished pop after the Tortured Poets Department's darker, more introspective mood. Sharp lyrics, but balanced with emotional vulnerability and artistic risk. Cohesive themes, love, fame, identity, perhaps some public scrutiny, delivered with clever wordplay. Maybe expand on the theme of the song Lucky One by her. Growth, musical experimentation, maybe genre blending, but still with that unmistakable Taylor lyricism. By lyricism, there was no expectation of a folklore kind of deep philosophy, but maybe something fun that would at least make sense. With this album, one of the biggest complaints is that Taylor's known strength, honest, surprising, emotionally specific lyrics, feels more muted here. Critics argue Showgirl leans more into style, memes, celebrity feuds, and swagger than it does into storytelling that hurts, heals, or resonates deeply. For instance, some say songs like Would or Actually Romantic rely on explicit, flashy metaphors or diss track energy rather than vulnerability or nuance. They're also the continuation of her speaking-singing mashup, which suited well in albums like Midnight of Tortured Poets because they were poetry, but if this isn't exactly lyrical marvel, then one assumes the vocal performance would shine like 1989 or Red. Taylor Swift has always been the master of reinvention. The country girl, the pop empress, the poetic narrator, the political phoenix. But the life of a showgirl feels like the first time her transformation was more costume than character. It's as if she traded storytelling for sequence and forgot to pack the heart that made us care in the first place. The Fate of Ophelia. The title is somewhat ethereal, and I expected the sound to be such. Taylor's tragic heroine era continues, but make it musical theater. It's cinematic, powerful, and gives hope the album will be art. But after 2 listens, it feels a bit rehearsed, like she's playing sad rather than feeling it. Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor name drops another icon, because of course she does. It's glittery and delicious, the lyrical equivalent of champagne bubbles. But emotionally, more costume jewelry than diamonds. Father figure. This one tries to be deep, interpolating George Michael vibes. But between the retro synths and awkward daddy metaphors, it feels more like a Tumblr poem that escaped therapy. Eldest Daughter. Finally, a real song! Taylor strips the glitter off and gives us something that hurts. The song is going so well, and suddenly the millennial in her says, hey, let me spoil it. It's quiet, mature if we ignore the hook. And you sort of remember she's one of the best songwriters alive. Ruin the Friendship. Okay, the concept? Classic Swift. Tension, friendship, danger. But somehow it never explodes. It's the lyrical equivalent of texting your crush, haha, NVM after writing a paragraph. Actually, Romantic Taylor's I'm Not Bitter, I'm Better anthem. It's loud, cheeky, and chaotic. Like if I Forgot That You Existed drank 3 espresso shots. But some of the metaphors? Painful. One lyric sounds like it was sponsored by PetSmart. Fun at parties, cringe in headphones.
in Germany, and Taylor Swift was playing, and we'd never met before. And she came.
The drama surrounding the song is exaggerated, I think. Charlie writing a song about being insecure of Taylor is fine, but wanting her to break up so that she never saw her again is a level of low, especially when it's the person that gave you opportunities before you have your brat summer.
In my opinion, I'm about to bring out one of the greatest songwriters that we have going for us right now. She's unbelievable. She's about to perform her #1 smash, Boom Clap. Charlie XCX is here in Toronto.
Charlie just gives insecure vibes. I'm not sure why. I'm also not sure why it's okay to openly hate on someone who has never not been supportive and then blame them for your insecurities. Would. Let's be real. This one broke the internet not in the way you expect. Taylor goes full adult, and it's her raunchiest track yet. Some call it empowering, others call it fanfiction gone wrong. Either way, you can't unhear it. Cancelled. Finally, the pop star fights back. Taylor takes on cancel culture, misogyny, and the media. It's loud, angry, and unapologetic, but also a little Twitter thread with auto-tune. The vibes, the aesthetic, the whole idea of this album is so grand and has such unlimited potential that what we get just feels so limited, especially musically. The album tries to sparkle, but it ends up sounding like Taylor doing a parody of Taylor Swift. Every chorus feels engineered for TikTok. Every lyric designed to be dissected on Twitter rather than felt in your chest. Tracks like Cancelled and Actually Romantic have all the drama but none of the depth. Clever on paper, hollow in sound. You can almost hear the boardroom saying, "Make it viral, not vulnerable." Sure, she's experimenting, but where Reputation burned with rage and Midnights hummed with confession, Showgirl just glitters without purpose. It's like a Vegas show where the lights never dim enough for you to feel anything real. Even her vocal delivery feels oddly distant. Polished, practiced, perfect, but missing that trembling honesty that once made her heartbreaks universal. We don't want to blame the muse or her happiness. She has fab glittery love songs that just make you fall in love. This is the first time ever it felt maybe this album won't grow on me. Some songs might, but most of it will just fade. The problem isn't that she changed. It's that she changed too cleanly. No mess, no emotion, no edge, just choreography. If Folklore was Taylor with a pen, The Life of a Showgirl is Taylor with a PR team. We are not getting on the Taylor Swift hate train. But as someone who's literally grown up listening to her, the internet might be slightly right about it this time. Listening to her profound thoughts behind her songs, I wish they translated into the actual music. Life of a Showgirl isn't Taylor's worst album, but it might be her least self-aware. It's not Heartbreak Taylor or Folklore Taylor. It's I'm famous, deal with it, Taylor. And while that's fun for a night out, it doesn't stay with you the next morning. Don't trust me, though. No matter how much I criticize Taylor, I always find myself humming her songs the next day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me your favorite track, or the one you secretly pretend doesn't exist.